Let's talk about the process it took to book our flights on Air Tanzania. You just go directly to Air Tanzania, and it was quite simple. There is another airline which flies the same route, which is Precision Air. Both airlines had issues in the past with their flights, but after some research and thought, we decided to go with Air Tanzania. As I mentioned, we flew out of Zanzibar and the airport code is ZNZ. And then we flew to Dar. We flew on a Saturday, so I'll show you what that looks like flying on a Saturday. And the website shows you the prices in USD or Tanzanian shillings. We ended up booking in Tanzanian shillings. And there are 3 options to fly out that day. We ended up doing a 17:30 flight because our flight flying out of Dar left at about 11:59 p.m. at night. We could have flown directly on KLM from Zanzibar, but usually when you fly out of Zanzibar, it's more expensive and about $300 more during that way. But in the future, I would probably go ahead and pay the extra money. I'll tell you later why. If you're interested to know what each fare is, you can open up a different window and go to the ticketing rules and policies, and it shows you which each fare is and how many bags comes with each fare. And it even breaks down some different fees that you can pay based on the fare. And then you select the flight and enter the information and pay. And it's as simple as that. You'll get an information with a confirmation, and then you'll get an PNR number, which you can use to check the reservation in the future. Here is what we paid for 2 tickets. And this converts to about $118 for both tickets. If you'll notice, we had to pay for an extra bag fee, and we each had a checked bag, but we had a third bag. It was an interesting experience. Once we were at the counter dropping our bags, they said that we couldn't pay at the counter. My husband had to leave the airport and go to the office and pay for the extra bag, and then come back in and go back through security, and they asked me to wait inside the airport. So had we known that that bag had to be checked, we would have tried to pay for it online, but I think there was an issue with us trying to pay for an extra bag online. So just factor in that time and be aware that you may have to pay at their business office. So this side is for domestic flights and the other side is for international flights, and then you take a shuttle to get to the flight. What's up? About to get on Air Tanzania to go to Dar. was okay. The seats were very tight, and as someone who usually can use standard seat belts, that seat belt was very tight and the floor space was tight. But it was a small plane, but we made it work for such a short flight. So after we landed, we got our bags and we had to go from the domestic terminal to the international departures terminal. And here's why I say that I would not do this process again, because it was such a long walk. And when we got to this side, KLM was not even open to drop our bags. So basically we're stuck outside. There was limited food options. And then we connected in Amsterdam. Thankfully, we were upgraded to economy plus seats. And from Amsterdam, we headed back to Atlanta. Make sure you check out the logistics plan that I have, where I tell you how you can make this multi-city destination trip happen, the best way to save money on that trip, and it's below this video.